Welcome to the channel, it's Mazer, and today's video is gonna be a, interesting one. Alright, so if you guys can't tell, I'm a pretty big Gogeta fan. Quite so. Whole channel logo, Gogeta. First video is a really bad Gogeta edit. Check that out. I think actually it's pretty good even today. I think some of the edits are pretty good. Let me toot my own horn real quick. Anyways, today's video is gonna be, part of a series I'm gonna do. It's going to be Glazing GOGETA for however long the series goes for. We're looking at around like 10 to 15 minute chunks per video. This one's going to be the first part, obviously. And I can't just put it into all one video, which I would. I think it's pretty funny to see like an hour, 50-minute video, but I can't because I'm recording this on a phone. So, you know, that's not going to do too well. But anyways, part one, we're going to talk about Gogeta. Duh. So, starting off with the Glaze, before we even get to his first appearance, we're going to talk about what happened before he got to his first appearance. That being the first fusion we see, besides Piccolo and, you know, the actual good fusions, so like the fusions you'd actually name. We're going to start off with Gotenks. Now, Gotenks is one of the fusions. He's got a mentality of, a kid, obviously. He wants to be a superhero. And that's pretty much it. He's just that. He's got some pretty cool attacks. You know, it's pretty interesting with Goten and Trunks, where, like, their attacks are essentially just, like, non-existent. Like, to my knowledge, Goten can only do, like, a Kamehameha. He doesn't really have any unique attacks. And then Trunks is essentially the same thing. I don't think I've seen him use a single beam attack, actually. I don't know what he does. I can only assume Vegeta's taught him some techniques that he can do, but I don't know. I legit don't. I have. If they did ever use any beam attacks, I forgot. So, you know, when they turn to Gotenks, they're just making a whole lot of new attacks. We've got the donut. I think it's called Super Donut or Donut Volley, something like that. It's Super something Donut, whatever. It's a decent attack. You know, locks them into their like little binding donut, and they just get squeezed, and they just that's pretty. It's alright. It's alright. It's not like a superhero move. It's not really related to them. It's cool though. And then we also have Super Ghost Japanese plane attack. I don't know if I can say that, so I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it literally the next time I have to say it actually. But you know, he has that move, which is pretty unique, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of questions we asked about that. Like, are those like his soul? Are those ghosts? I mean, let's just assume they're key because it's easier to say that. Key ghost attacks. I don't think they can go through stuff, but you know they can't interact with the outside world, so they're not actual ghosts. He just runs, they explode people. They have their own minds, so they can kind of just they literally are just like the perfect like missiles essentially. And he can summon out like a couple of them. I think he's summoned out at most. I don't know. Xenoverse 2 says he summons out 6, so I'm just gonna say 6. But he could probably get out more, honestly, because it's like a key thing. Gotenks can also go to Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Well, we only see him go to, I think, 1 and 3. But, you know, I don't think he can skip 2. Because if you can get to 3, you're already in the like, the 2 people who can actually go Super Saiyan 3. Looking at you, Vegeta. Why can't you go Super Saiyan 3? Anyways, Gotenks, pretty cool fusion. Drip, quite good. Hair, I do like the whole little purple and black thing they got going on. Pretty cool beans. But on to the next fusion, Vegito. Vegito is Vegito, you know. Character wise, he's just like a strong Vegeta. Like, I don't think he does anything that's like unique to him. I think the most unique thing he does is say Yosha in like a happy tone. That right there is the only character I think we can really give Vegito that's like unique. Besides that, he's just angry / not angry, like just a strong Vegeta. Like, if you could imagine what Vegeta be like if he was always the strongest Z fighter, it's Vegito. I mean, obviously, besides when he was evil. But yeah, just Vegito. Just Vegito. So, yeah, in terms of attacks, he's got some decent stuff. His sword, for one, his spirit sword, whatever you want to call it, his spirit Excalibur, even though it's not really like Excalibur. I mean, it's I don't know. Let's not compare his sword to the mythical weapon that is super duper cool. But anyways, he's got a sword. Key Sword wasn't the first to do it, but he was the best to do it, I think. No, Zamasu was kind of cooler. We'll give it to Vegeta. He was the best to do it. He does also have, like, the final Kamehameha, which he didn't do in the Z. He didn't do it in Z, but we'll still give it to him. And, he does have some other attacks that are super dumb. Did you guys know, actually? Hold on. Did you guys know that in, I think it's the game called, Fighters, he has a move called Perfect Game, which sounds like a Perfect Cell move, but, it's actually when he does, like a 2 hits, and then he does, like, a beam. It's like a quick combo then to a beam. If I'm showing it on screen, glory to me, because I plan on just being just a yap. But I feel like I need to make the point across that he just does, like, the most basic thing ever, and they gave that a move name. That's called Perfect Game. He does that. He actually does that in Z, so I'll give that to him. He does do that. And I think another move he actually does use, I think it's worth saying, is Split Finger Shot. That's the Xenoverse 2 name. But essentially he launches, like, a couple blasts out of his hand. Well, out of his fingers, actually. So, you know, Cool Beans, finger moves. You know who did that first? Frieza, but arguably better. But anyways, that's Vegito. He also has some pretty mid drip. When it comes to Batara fusions, they are literally just the combination of the two characters that are fusing like their clothes. So you know, like the most fan made thing ever. Like if a fan could make a fusion, that's what the Batara fusions would be. But of course, I'm going to stop the hate now because that's going to be a separate series. But on to Gogeta's first appearance. This man, alright, has one of the better appearances out of all the fusions, okay? You know, clock is ticking, Janemba is beating the heck out of Pikkon, Goku and Vegeta get a fuse, and then they do fuse, and they quite literally light up the universe. Now, when they fuse, they do so it's like the universe is glowing, so, you know, that's pretty cool. We haven't seen that type of thing since, hold on, let me stop talking. It's a Z movie. They do that a lot. The universe is actually shown a lot. But anyways, he does light up the universe. His aura is so immaculate that Gotenks literally just, he fuses aura and is forced to fuse. Like, they're like, holy, hold on, let me fuse too. And they fuse into Gotenks. Not as impressive as Gogeta, obviously. But of course, what Gogeta is cool for is just straight up mogging the entire time. Look at, like, I'm pulling up him right now, probably. He is straight up just mean mugging the moment he is introduced. Like, that is crazy aura. Alright. And he fuses immediately into Super Saiyan. You don't get to see base Gogeta. He's just instantly Super Saiyan. Now, you could take that as him thinking that base isn't not enough, which is just wrong. But what really is being shown here is just that Gogeta does not play games. See, Gogeta's character is a little bit more unique than Vegito's, and just a little bit more fleshed out than Gotenks. He is a get stuff done type of character. He's a breath of fresh air. He is one of the few Z fighters that get stuff done. Like, okay, so a lot of people like Trunks, right? What Trunks is, well, let's be more accurate. Future Trunks. No one cares about Kid Trunks. Future Trunks is very popular because he gets stuff done. The moment he came back to his timeline, he immediately jumped first form Cell and then instantly just heat dumb attack, just get out of there, gone. And he spun back on the androids, instantly gone. That's the thing about Trunks and Gogeta, actually. They don't really play around. They get the job done. But of course there are some caveats, being things I'll mention in a later video. But this is just about Z Gogeta, so we'll talk about that more. First of all, drip-wise, he's pretty similar to Gotenks, so it's a little sad that we get to see Gotenks first, because he does kind of make Gogeta look less, you know, unique. But let's not forget that Gogeta, of course, has some uniqueness in just his build. He is, to my knowledge, the buffest Z fighter at this point. Now, you could say, like, Z Goku is technically buffer, which he is, yeah. Goku technically did get weirdly strong in the Frieza saga, but who cares? You know, who cares? So Gogeta is the most buff fusion. But also, let's look at just what happens in his movie. Okay, he's on screen for 2 minutes in his 40-something minute movie, and that's because he immediately beats the bricks off of Janemba, just like demolishes him. But No one else can do that. No other fusion does that, actually. No other fusion ever just, like, just beats up the villain. That's why Gogeta is literally the first to ever beat a villain, actually. The first fusion to beat a villain. Besides Piccolo. Actually, no, Piccolo's beaten a villain. No, he hasn't. So, yeah, he's the first fusion to actually just beat a villain. So, you know, pretty good. Pretty good off of him. Pretty good off of him. But, of course, there's more to Gogeta than just his fighting. Let's talk about his quotes, okay? Now, sidebar, because we're at 10 minutes now, so this is probably going to be like the last little thing I make about the quotes of Gogeta Z. This man pulls up and says, I am not Goku or Vegeta. I am Gogeta. It's over, Janemba. I've come for you. And he doesn't stop there. He doesn't stop there. People like to just quote that because already that's just cool. He also says, every force you create has an echo. Your own bad energy will be your undoing. Bars. And also the aura out there. Okay, a nickname people like to give Gogeta is the angel born in hell. And you can really see that in that quote alone. He is simply a force of nature, but not actually. He's just amazing. Truly the golden child of fusions. But then we go to the thug that is Vegito. He doesn't have any cool quotes. Not in Z, at least. We'll get into Super Vegito later. Back in the hate, of course. But he doesn't really have any cool quotes. He says, I want to destroy you, boo. Or something like that. Which ends up being wrong, by the way. I think his best quotes in Z are him talking trash to Boo about how he's going to beat him up so bad. But he doesn't. So, like, he doesn't win. So, it discredits a lot of his talking. And then Gotenks, the fraud he is the worst ever. My man was talking smack 120% of the time. He was playing the game. And the thing about playing a game is, when you lose the game while playing games, right, you're just the worst. Like, if you're playing Uno, okay, and you're laughing and lillygagging the whole time about how you're going to win the game, and you get hit with the, 5 draw 2 cards, it's gonna hurt a lot more than if you're just silent. So, you suck, Gotenks. And a little bit of you too, Vegito. I mean, obviously, you're worse than Gotenks in a lot of ways. But, in that regard, you're a little better than Gotenks because you don't talk as much in that kind of way. But anyways, back to Gogeta. He spits that bar real quick. And actually, that's the only thing he says in the entire movie. Those 2 lines. I am not Goku or Vegeta, and also, every force you create has an echo. After that, he's just done talking. I think actually, if I could really just quote what he says after that moment, it would be, yeah, and that's pretty much it for Gogeta's lines. And to go ahead and get us to 14 minutes, we're gonna also talk about the disrespect that is his combos. Okay. You already know, he pulls up, he says his lines, he zooms in with a move I'm gonna call, Punisher Drive. Yeah, that's a Xenoverse 2 move. You're gonna hear me say a lot of Xenoverse 2 stuff, because I think Xenoverse 2 has, some of the best names for Dragon Ball moves, of all time. He then gets behind, Janemba, which is how Punisher Drive just puts you behind the opponent, after doing a combo, of course, that you can't even see. It's so fast, you just can't see it. By the way, very cool. And then he turns around. He hits him with 2 of the hardest knee attacks ever. What you'll notice about fusions is they usually have some type of combat style. For Z Gogeta, we don't get to see that because he beats Janemba up so badly. We don't get to see him actually have a good fight. We know Vegito is he's more of a kicker, or at least he's more famous for his kicks. And we know that Gotenks is just kind of like a whatever works kind of guy. He'll do whatever he thinks is cool. But Gogeta, we don't get to see that in Z at least. So of course he does his little hardest kicks ever, and then he proceeds to do an uppercut bat flip right into Janemba. That is brain damage and a half, okay? You're not living that. But of course Gogeta's not done, because the backflip happens to also be able to turn him backwards, so he's, once again, his back is facing Janemba, which you'd be like, why is he having his back face Janemba so much? Because he's just not threatened by his presence. He's weak, okay? And anyways, he does raise up his hand and unleashes a Soul Punisher. He just makes that ball out of nowhere. That rainbow orb is quite literally just yes. Okay, he turns around, he throws it at Janemba, and it does nothing at first. He's like, okay, that it hit me, but okay, let me just punch Gogeta. Right before Janemba can punch Gogeta, he freezes up, and the Soul Punisher comes into full effect. You see, the ability of Soul Punisher is actually to destroy all evil within someone. And you could debate me all you want on whether or not it actually does destroy evil, but it does, for the simple fact that after destroying Janemba, what we see left is the kid who was essentially absorbed by the evil. Because he does work. He works in the HW hockey sticks. I don't know why I'm saying that. I could just say hell, but whatever. You know, it's a weird movie. The plot's not important. Gogeta is. Anyways, yeah, it's just Gogeta just destroying Janemba. And then what's even better about the Soul Punisher attack is that it leaves a certain amount of disrespect to him. Okay. Because you think you can do it. It's like a classic anime thing where you do like a billion sword slashes and then it doesn't affect them. They're gonna smile, laugh, be like, okay, we're good. And then they just get absolutely destroyed. Just filleted, okay? Very beautiful thing to happen, I think. Just like the best, truly a staple of anime. Anyways, that happens. And, you know, the day is saved, Gogeta. And what does Gogeta do after he wins? He smiles and the movie ends. Essentially. I mean, Gogeta defuses and then they have a whole heart-to-heart, but that doesn't matter because it wasn't even like the final movie, so that's not important. Anyways, Gogeta smiles and the day is saved. This is not like a normal like smile, like a Vegeta smile. This is like a Goku at the end of Buu Saga smile. Okay, this is like the most human thing ever. The day is saved and this man smiles like he truly has reached heaven. The angel born in hell has destroyed what I can only describe as truly the devil to that point, because you know he's pretty much there. He's literally evil incarnate, but he purified that evil, and he smiles. Obviously, that is some of the most beautiful action you can see out of anything. Some of the most beautiful moments in Dragon Ball come from a great triumph in just like the smile of someone's face realizing they've just done something great. I.e., Buu versus Goku. When he says, hold on, let me go Super Saiyan quick, throw the Spirit Bomb, and then of course we get that, I hope you're born with someone good next time, and then Goku hits that smile and thumbs up towards Vegeta, beautiful. And then we have Hirudegarn movie. Super Saiyan 3 Goku hits a Dragon Fist on Hirudegarn, and he hits the most smiley smile, most All Might looking thing ever. Truly a hero. Gotenks doesn't have that. Vegeta does not have that. Gogeta does, because only Gogeta can actually win an actual fight. He's also the only fusion to get like a movie, so this probably has something to do with it. Not really, because you know, Buu Saga. Anyways, that's just the beauty of Gogeta, man. That's gonna end it for part 1. Now, obviously, Gogeta, I should have actually mentioned sooner, does not have as many moves, because he's not there for long. He just beats up Janemba, he's gone. And next video, we're going to talk about, probably the worst of the Gogeta variants, being Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And we're going to stack them up to the other fusions. We're actually going to move up to Super at that point, including Superhero for Gotenks. We're going to talk about that later. Later being the next video, obviously. So, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Gogeta, Vegito, and Gotenks. We might be mentioning Kefla in a little bit later video. Probably for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Who knows? And this video did go on for like 20 minutes. And maybe this will be that normal. Maybe we can just do 3 parts, each being 20 minutes. You know, this is... We'll see. We'll see. That'll be the end of the video, guys. And let me know in the comments down below, once again, what you think about the fusions, what you think about this video. And like and subscribe for more. We're at 267 subscribers last time I checked. That is a quite the big margin. I've been a YouTuber for like a couple months, so that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, considering the content I make is not at all relevant to media at all. I think the most relevant video I made was like, a video about what's his name? That one Fortnite guy who was like super trash and he became a pedo or something. He got caught out for being a pedo. That was like the most that's like the most current video I've made in terms of like just being on charts. I guess no, I made Sparking for zero videos. No, I made Sparking zero videos. So I guess that's like the most, whatever. End of the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Actually, just tell all your friends. Like, hey, buddy, can you subscribe to this channel real quick? You know, when it comes to subscribers, you don't really watch subscribe channels a lot, but you could watch mine. I post daily, so if there were a channel that you could watch daily, it'd have to be mine. Like, what other channel that makes daily content that's so unique, so different, so fresh, so clean? No one else. That's all me. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's the third time I've said look at the comments. You better look at the comments after I said it 3 times. That might be your 4th time. And subscribe. Like the video. I don't know what likes really do for you, but I mean, for me, I use my like videos honestly as like a playlist for like songs. So like if you want to hear me, I guess. See ya. And it's futile. Or no, because the next video is Super Saiyan 4. So I am they. We are one. Unfortunately for you, subscribers. That was cringe.